So the 5 things that I love about this bike. Number 1, it has to be the price, or the value you get for the price. So I will try to put in an image of how much I paid, the actual sales order, right here somewhere on the video, but it was like $5,400 out the door. So the bike itself was like $3,895, and if you add the, you know, dealer fees, dealer prep, destination, tax, DMV fees, it was like $5,400 out the door, and it was a great deal. A lot of you have asked me on YouTube how I got such a good deal. I bought the bike like when it first came out. I don't know what I was doing there. And the dealership that I bought it from had like 20 pellets or 20 Ninja 400s just stacked up in a warehouse. And I only know this because the sales rep was very helpful in getting me the deal. But right now, during COVID and coming out of COVID, you can't even find one of these in stock. They're just selling as soon as they get on the showroom floor. So I paid like $5,400 out the door, and I'm actually selling to a guy named Christian who I took the MSF class with back in 2019. Real nice guy. He's been looking for a bike ever since then, and I think he had a loaner bike from a friend or family member, and he just lost that ride. So timing was right. We were just BSing on text, and I was like, hey, I don't ride the bike enough, would you be interested in purchasing it? We agreed on a price, and you know, it was good for him, it was good for me, timing was good for him, so we made the deal. So I don't know what I'm going to do next, but stay tuned for that. But back to the Ninja 400. So price is definitely one of the favorite things of this bike. You get a ton of bike for your money, and it can do so much. It can, you know, be your daily commuter. It could be a track bike. You can actually probably do some touring on this bike. It's comfortable enough. Maybe just put like a gel seat, put some panniers or soft bags, and you can definitely tour on this bike as well. It's got enough power. Now if you're doing 2-up touring, I don't know about that, right? Because it's only got like what, 40 horsepower at the crank and like 28 pounds of torque, so it might not be powerful enough for 2-up, but definitely for 1 it's sufficient. The second thing that I really love about this bike is its looks. It does not look like a baby motorcycle like some of the Ninja 300s, 250 CBR, or even the R3. When you stand next to it, it kind of looks like a miniature bike. But the Ninja 400, it looks like a regular sports bike, you know, like for the untrained eye, it looks just like the ZX6R, for better or worse. And you know, you're not riding around like looking like a beginner. And it looks great in black. It looks great in all the colors it comes in. I like the Kawasaki racing livery. So yeah, number 2 is looks. Number 3, it's just reliable. It's a Kawasaki. All the Japanese brands, they're just super reliable. You know, I have no issues with this bike whatsoever. It's going to start every time. If you keep it on the battery tender and you leave it for like a month, it's not going to have any issues. You can do your own maintenance, or you can take it to a shop or a dealer and they're not going to charge you, I don't know, MV Agusta or Ducati or BMW labor rates. I think Ducati is at least $190 an hour and up. I think Kawasaki is closer to like 120 to 140 depending on where you live in the country. So number 4, you know, it has to be its flickability and weight. This bike feels like it weighs nothing. It's I can't really describe it. I've ridden now anything up from this bike, a 250 Suzuki from the MSF course, all the way up to a Z900 RS, which is probably the heaviest bike I've ridden. And they're all pretty manageable if you know how to ride. But this bike, even comparing to the R7 that I just test rode, is just super lightweight. It feels like you're on a heavy electric bicycle versus a light motorcycle, if that makes any sense. Fully fueled, this is like 370 pounds. So it's very manageable for track riding if you're new to the track and you want to get aggressive for the first time, and it's very manageable if you're a first-time rider and you're kind of intimidated with heavy bikes. So in those aspects, that would be number 4. I'm in the wrong gear. And then number 5 would be ergonomics. So the seat height on the Ninja 400 is very low. I'd have to look at the specs, but it's at like, it's definitely less than 31. It's like 30 point something. I'm 5'8". My inseam is 32 inches, and not only can I flat foot this bike, I have like a severe like bend in my knees, so I can stand at a red light if I want to stretch, and my butt is completely off the seat. So if you're a shorter rider, if you're even like a male or female, you won't have a problem with the Ninja 400. And if you're a little bit taller, you may need to get a comfort seat. And this way, if the seat is a little bit higher, you'll have more leg room. If you're a shorter rider, like, you know, 5 foot tall, you can get a lower seat height option to make this even lower. But I can't foresee anyone having a problem with the ergonomics if you're looking for like a low seat height bike. So yeah, those are my top 5.
Back in the day, it was all so easy. Back to yesterday.